Tragic incident. 30 people have been killed in the stampede that happened just before dawn at the Mahakumbh venue in Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. Now, the police chief that oversees security at the massive religious gathering told reporters as to what really happened. 25 bodies have been identified. Police officer Vaibhav Krishna has also told reporters that 60 people have been injured. Many also have been hospitalized. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called the incident extremely sad. He has extended his condolences to victims. Meanwhile, distressed families have lined up outside makeshift hospitals, desperate for the news of their missing loved ones. Visuals also showed clothes, blankets and backpacks strewn around after the stampede. Hours later, after the Shahi Snan resumed, members of akhadas or groups of seers also gathered in small numbers at the auspicious Triveni Sangam to take the Amrit Snan on the occasion of Mauni Amavasya. Now, the state government is keeping a close watch on what is happening. This is what we know. Remember, the Mahakumbh festival, held every 12 years, started on January 13 this year and is seen as the world's largest religious gathering. Authorities expect more than 400 million people to come to this pilgrimage site in all, but nearly 150 million people have already attended this gathering, is what we know from government data. What we also understand is that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has been keenly monitoring the situation. He has spoken to Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, several times during the day, taking stock of the situation. Home Minister Amit Shah has also been working with the state to ensure speed tracking of rescue and relief operations. But what led to this and how is the situation now? We will be joined by a team of reporters who have been reporting from the site today. But first, let's look at some reactions.
जिला क्षेत्र में अखाड़ा मार्ग पर भारी भीड़ का दबाव बना और इस भीड़ के दबाव के कारण दूसरी ओर के बैरिकेड्स टूट गए और भीड़ के लोग बैरिकेड्स बांधकर दूसरी तरफ ब्रह्म मुहूर्त के स्नान का इंतजार कर रहे श्रद्धालुओं को कुचलना शुरू कर दिया। यद्यपि प्रशासन ने तत्काल राहत और बचाव कार्य करते हुए ग्रीन कॉरिडोर बनाया और एम्बुलेंस के माध्यम से लगभग 90 घायलों को अस्पताल तक पहुंचाया, परंतु इसमें से दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण तरीके से 30 श्रद्धालुओं की दुखद मृत्यु हो गई है।
आज की चुनाव सभा को संबोधन करने से पहले मैं महाकुंभ में जो दुखद हादसा हुआ है, उस हादसे में हमें कुछ पुण्यात्माओं को खोना पड़ा है, कई लोगों को चोटें भी आई हैं। मैं प्रभावित परिवारों के प्रति संवेदना व्यक्त करता हूं और घायलों के जल्द स्वस्थ होने की कामना करता हूं। मैं यूपी सरकार के साथ निरंतर संपर्क में हूं।
मित्रों, महाकुंभ प्रयागराज का आज मौनी अमावस्या का मुख्य स्नान है और कल सायंकाल 7 बजे से ही काफी बड़ी संख्या में श्रद्धालुजन प्रयागराज पहुंच करके स्नान भी कर रहे थे और काफी बड़ी संख्या में श्रद्धालुजन ब्रह्म मुहूर्त का भी इंतजार कर रहे थे। एक दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण हादसा इसी दौरान अखाड़ा मार्ग पर संगम के तट पर हुआ, जिसमें 90 से ज्यादा लोग गंभीर रूप से या सामान्य रूप से घायल हुए। यह हादसा भारी भीड़ के द्वारा अखाड़ा मार्ग के बैरिकेडिंग्स को तोड़ने और उसके बाद उससे कूद करके जाने के कारण वहां पर हुआ है, जिसमें 30 के आसपास लोगों की दुखद मृत्यु हुई है।
My colleague Sikta Deo joins us. Sikta, tell us what really happened last night. What is it that you gather? Because police officials have been saying that it is generally the crowd that basically swelled, and it was also the Brahma Muhurat, which is why the crowd wanted to take a dip during those hours, and of course the barricades broke. So clearly, a large number of people, 7 crore people, is clearly a nightmare for any administration to handle. How are things right now, and what is it that you hear from people on the ground there?
Vasudha, it's very unfortunate what happened on this big Snan day during the Kumbh fair, but really the Brahm Muhurat was the reason, because on big Snan days usually the pilgrims, the devotees, they reach the Sangam or the Kumbh area, Kumbh Mela area, and they wait for the morning to break, and that's when they want to take the holy dip. But it was also Amrit Snan day, where all the sadhus and the sannyasis would have come out of the akharas for their holy dip too. So administration had to take that step, because the sadhus and the akharas are given a separate path to walk towards the Sangam, while the devotees, the regular pilgrims, are given a separate entry and exit point, right? Just like you can see just behind me, there's a separate entry and exit path for the regular devotees, and this is the path for the sadhus and the akharas. So this is when the whole stampede must have happened, because the people who were waiting at Sangam for the early morning dip were asked, take your dip and leave immediately, by the administration and the local police personals deployed here. And that's when there were a large number of people converging here for that early morning dip, and that's when the pushing must have happened, and they must have got suffocated, and so many casualties after that stampede. So to tackle that, because when we reached here, Vasudha, around 3 in the morning, this whole area was full of people. Countless people, a sea of people had arrived here, and they were just pushing the barricades, which was closing the path for the sadhus, because the administration does it every time. It's a everyday ritual on the Shahi Snan or the Amrit Snan day. So they were pushing the barricades, they were losing their patience, they were getting angry, they had walked for kilometers for this big day, and there was no way they could have reached the Sangam. 10 crore people is not a small number for this small place, Vasudha. So that's when they reached out to the akharas that if they could delay or wait for their snan and let the devotees who have reached here are losing patience and wanting to reach the Sangam Ghat. So that's when the seers showed a big heart and their magnanimity, and they said, fine, go ahead, let them take the dip. And that's when things settled down, and most of the pilgrims took that holy dip using this path for the seers, and that's when the situation here got under control. Vasudha?
Right. Thank you, Sikta, for joining us with those details. We'll keep coming back to you on the situation there. Sikta, also somebody who reported from the Mahakumbh 2025 last week. She got us some wonderful voices, and today she's reporting on the accident that happened there. Also, my colleague Aishwarya has been reporting on the state of patients in hospitals. Remember, there are 60 people who have been, there are 90 people who have been injured, and they have been admitted. 60 of them have been hospitalized in various hospitals in Prayagraj. Some of them have also been sent to Varanasi. Let's go across to him to understand what is the situation.
Well, it was at around 2:30 a.m. in the morning when the stampede broke out, and now the official figures have come out. 30 people had been dead, and more than 90 had been injured. 25 had been identified so far as casualties are concerned. 5 are still unidentified. And the place where I'm standing is Motilal Nehru Medical College, where all the bodies and injured ones were first taken. The Uttar Pradesh government had been stating that there was a green corridor that was established, and it was through those corridors the ambulances came in. Let me show you these visuals, horrifying visuals from the Motilal Nehru Medical College. These are the people who had lost their loved ones, and they had been called in over here to identify their loved ones. People are not able to find out where their loved ones are. And from Prime Minister to Home Minister of the country had expressed condolences to the family members who have lost their loved ones. Let me also try to speak to some of the people, the devotees who came over here. आप यहाँ पर कब आए थे?
कहाँ यहाँ यहाँ
यहाँ पर नहीं, प्रयागराज में आपका?
प्रयागराज में कल मैं आया हूँ रात को 2:30 से 3 से 3:30 बजे तक। और जो हमारी घरवाली है वो उसकी नाम है मीना देवी, वो हमारे पीछे जा रही थी, वो हम आगे थे। उसके बाद थोड़ा सा जब आगे गया हूँ तो देखा हूँ कि उसको पता ही नहीं लगा किधर चले गई। और शाम कल 4 बजे रात से लेकर अभी तक मैं खोज रहा हूँ, कहीं कुछ पता नहीं लग रहा है।
आपने किसी से बात करने की कोशिश करी, किसी अफसर से बात करी, कहीं हॉस्पिटल में गए, ढूंढा आपने?
ये वाला हॉस्पिटल में गया हूँ, वहाँ पर वहाँ फिर पर्ची दिया, बोलता है कि जाओ मेडिकल में देखो कहीं वहाँ जो होगा तो।
So, people are trying to identify, to find out their loved ones who are missing. Control rooms had been established, but certainly no information is something that they are trying to garner. Ambulances after ambulances are coming at this medical college, and it is, of course, these serious injured ones who have been taken to different hospitals across Prayagraj and also to Varanasi and Lucknow as well for the better treatment. Uttar Pradesh government has been saying now that the situation is absolutely under control. The senior officials had been rushed to Sangam Ghat. Security has been deployed in large numbers. Some people are happy with the arrangement after the stampede broke out, but some people are very unhappy because they had come from large, from very far parts of the country, and they are unable to take dip because Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister himself has stated and urged people to take dip at whatever place they are, not to go to that Sangam Ghat because there is large crowd over there.
We also have Vikram Singh, who's former DGP Uttar Pradesh, joining us. Thank you, Mr. Singh, for your time. The Kumbh Mela, like we know, is the largest religious gathering in the world, but it has seen multiple stampedes. We've seen stampedes in the Kumbh in 1954, 1986, 2003, and also in 2013. This time, the administration spoke about a world-class event, Digital Kumbh, and also the fact that there are top-notch facilities, amenities, and there were 10 crore people who were expected today, and that can be challenging for any administration. What are the lessons that we learned from today, given that there are at least 3 more important bathing occasions coming up with the Basant Panchami, Shivratri, and also Marg Purnima? What are the lessons that the state administration should be learning from today's incident?
Good question, and I would say that every day is a process of learning and a tutorial for all of us. You said very rightly that 1954, 800 casualties, 213, 42 at the railway platform, Nashik, 49 casualties. These casualties are there, unfortunate, tragic as they are, but they teach us what not to do, and there's always the best way of doing everything. In this connection, we saw the Brahma Muhurt, that is the timing, the Sangam knows, that is the location. If everybody zeroes in, say, I don't say 10 crores, but even if it is 5 crores, 6 crores, trying to have the holy dip at the Brahma Muhurt, which is the early hours of the morning before dawn, and at the Sangam nose, well, the problem is there that there's so much of crowd that it is absolutely uncontrollable. As you saw, they overwhelmed the police parties there and broke the barriers. That could have best been avoided, and invariably it so happens that faith overtakes discretion, and discretion then becomes absolutely reckless and cautionless. Then I would say that you have aerial resource to the drone technology, you have CCTV cameras, the smart control room that can forewarn you of the collection and people and pilgrims who are trying to sleep on the roadside, so that they are already there at the Sangam, at the Brahma Muhurt, and they are there and they obstruct the passage of the Naga sadhus who have a precedence and have a right of way to have the first bath. The police they did announce that please go, आप रास्ता खाली कीजिए, अधिक पुण्य के भागीदार बने, औरों को अवसर दें. But these exhortations and these appeals went to deaf ears. The police should have jolly well ensured that the roads and passages are cleared, and if they're obstructed by sleeping pilgrims, well, you have a problem at hand. Absolutely. You realize that you cannot use force. You cannot use water cannon. The best ways to do ensure that they do not collect there, because if water and crowds collect, then you have a problem at hand. This
Right.
is an important lesson.
But
Then
Mr.
use of technology.
But Mr.
Yes.
Singh, you know, as far as I understand, getting 10 crore people itself sounds quite nightmarish. Is the only solution mandating smaller groups? Because, you know, getting people to cooperate with police or administration is very challenging. And, you know, if you look at some of the voices that have come out from today in Prayagraj, many of them are saying that they couldn't even see dustbins, they couldn't even people who were sleeping there. So clearly there was a problem with lighting. There was also a problem with that kind of crowd management. Is smaller groups the only solution to this?
Absolutely. And that is what the entire arrangement is, to manage the crowds and to segregate them and to compartmentalize them. Compartmentalize them. The entire Prayagraj area, starting from the Sangam nose right up to the civil lines, is barricaded into compartmentalization, so that when one compartment has had the bath, the second goes. When the second has had its bath, then the third goes. It cannot be a free-for-all that all the compartments break open the barriers and then rush to the Sangam nose, and then you have a problem like this. The compartmentalization, the staggering, and the slow movement of the crowd has to be ensured. That is what is known as staggering, diversion, and digression of the crowds. That is the imperative and a time-tested recipe to
Right.
ensure that the bathing and the procession, and also the bathing and the festival, passes on peacefully.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Singh, for joining us with your suggestions. Over 30 people have died and 60 have been injured after a stampede incident that occurred in Mahakumbh today morning. We'll keep getting you all those details. We have a team of reporters on ground there.